Hey guys, John here.
And I'm Ben.
Uh, and today I come to you with a question. Um, uh, for for a while now, I've been pondering why not too many people believe in cryptids, which are undiscovered or unknown animals. Um, However, most everyone in America, at least, I'm going to focus on America because I hate America. Although I am an American, I will discuss my reasons of my loathing of this forsaken country in a later video. But I don't understand why people don't believe in cryptids, but they do believe in God. When God is supposed to be this all-knowing, omniscient being that's outside of time, outside of space, everything that created everything that exists. But cryptids, on the other hand, are no, they can't exist. Um, but they are just unknown animals.
Well, I mean, you can kind of understand it because there's books on God.
Uh, well, I guess. But, there are only 2 books on God, and there are more than hundreds of books on cryptids.
Oh, that's right. I happen to be holding 7 as we speak.
That's just 7. I have an entire shelf left.
And I have like 42, so... I mean, we're cryptozoologists. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not saying God doesn't exist. I'm just saying it's just as likely, if not more, that there are some animals we don't know about.
I, on the other hand, am an atheist. Hardcore atheist. But I do believe in cryptids. Because, well, for one, most of them have sufficient evidence to be backed up.
Yeah, like you think about it, how unlikely is it that there's something living in the deepest lake in Scotland? I mean, it's not that unlikely if you think about it, because the water's all murky, so that would explain why we can't go down to the bottom and just look. And then to top that off, we've got all the sides of the Loch Ness are all filled with caves and whatnot that it could be hiding in. So, I mean, not that unlikely.
And going along with the caves thing, even if we could go down to the bottom and it was crystal clear, there were no caves or anything, just because you don't see anything down there at the time doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It could most likely just not be there at the time that you're looking.
Yeah,
or in
and
the place that you're looking, rather.
exactly, because, I mean, if you pay any attention, the first Loch Ness Monster sighting was on land, so it could very well be right behind you while you're looking for it in the water.
Indeed. And
That was sarcasm, by the way. I hope everyone already knew that. But the first Loch Ness Monster sighting really was on land, just in case anybody didn't know that.
and there's, like I said, there's sufficient evidence behind cryptids that are currently unknown, but animals in the past that were previously unknown, but not in the past, but animals that have previously been unknown, that are known now, used to be cryptids. For instance, the platypus.
Yeah, I mean, when people were first shown evidence of the platypus, they thought it was a stitched-together fake. Because, I mean, you think about it, it's a duck, it's a mammal, it's got a duck's bill, it's a mammal, it lays eggs. I mean, it really sounds kind of wild. And it wasn't until much later that they actually, like, considered it could be real.
And the platypus, obviously, and then, like you just said, and then the coelacanth, which not many people know about because it is a fish, but it was considered to be, I think it was considered to be extinct, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was considered to be this, yeah, it was this fish that was supposed to be extinct for millions of years, and they found some, and there are only, I think, 2 stuffed stuffed coelacanths out there to prove the existence to people that disbelieve all the research that, scientists and stuff did.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you about something. Let's say there's something that looks kind of like a mix between a camel and a leopard, okay? It's like got a leopard's coloring, but it's like tall with a long neck like a camel. Except it's way bigger than a camel. I mean, way bigger, no hump. Would you believe in something like that? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It's called a giraffe. That's an actual. When it was first seen, it was described as being a camel leopard, and it's now in zoos just about everywhere. So, and it's not like I'm saying these things are real for sure. I'm saying it's extremely possible. So, it's not black and white. It's a very gray area, but...
However, I think that not most, but a very good few of the cryptids that everyone knows about, I think they have enough sufficient evidence that they should be recognized as, like, they exist, but I can't understand why people don't, because there's no there's no actual physical evidence. Like, no one's actually brought a live, Yeti, to any research lab or anything. No one's actually, like, transported a live Yeti, Sasquatch, whatever, anything like that, anywhere, so we don't have any, like, actual physical specimens. However, we do have loads and loads of video recordings, photographs, we have audio recordings, we have sightings, more than like hundreds of them.
And I'll tell you what, then people are going to say, well, okay, we've never actually brought in a live specimen, why don't we find dead ones? I watched a video once of a deer decomposing. It took 7 days just sitting in the wild without it being moved or anything. It was strapped down. It took 7 days for it to decompose. I mean, completely beyond recognition. So, I mean, unless we happened upon a dead one within those 7 days,
which is highly unlikely,
then, I mean, considering we can't even see them that often walking around, but I mean, so yeah. Just saying it's possible. We want to put it in your head that it could be. We're not saying believe, we're saying consider.
Yeah, and that doesn't just go for cryptids. That goes for everything. If you're gonna disbelieve something, then it's fine to disbelieve it, but do your research first. Make sure that you can reasonably disbelieve this.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's about it.
It's our message.
So
until next time, we bid you adieu.